Okay, I think it's time for us to start the class. How are you all?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, good to hear that. And can you please, all of you, take out your textbook? I will ask roll number wise to one of you to read it. So I request all of you to please take out your textbook. Lesson number 15, Air Around Us. Those who have recently joined, I request you to please take out your textbook so that we can start with this new chapter. I hope
Okay, sir.
everyone has received the notes.
Chapter
Am
you
I right?
name. Chapter you name.
Chapter
Air
number
around us. Air around us.
yes, good. Chapter number 15, Air Around Us.
Okay, sir.
And has everyone received the notes? Have you downloaded the notes? Why everyone is silent? Have you downloaded the notes or not?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have sent the notes of all the chapters starting from 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Notes of all these chapters are in the form of PDF.
Sir, my book is completed.
Very good. I expect all
My
others
book is
also.
completed.
I
My book is
expect.
complete.
Okay, very good. All those who have completed, but I expect all of you, those who are present, and also tell your friends that in case if they want to complete their books, they can download it, the PDF from the WhatsApp group, and they can complete the notes. The notes are already in the WhatsApp group. You can download it and keep your notes completed. So, shall we start with the class now, all of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Roll number 27.
रेहाई मिली माऊ जाओ
Roll
सनुष्या
number 27.
Yes, sir.
Nurani Mehdi Hassan.
Yes, sir.
Can you please start reading from page number 147, Air Around Us?
Yes.
Okay.
We have learned in chapter 9 that all living things require air. But have you ever seen
Okay,
air?
okay,
Your mind
okay,
not
okay.
have seen air, but surely you must have felt its presence in so many ways. You notice it when the leaves of the trees rustle of the clothes hanging on a clothes line, swash pages of an open book begging fluttering when the fan is switched on, the moving air makes it possible for you to fly your kite. Do you remember activity 3 in chapter 5 in which you are separated the sand and sawdust by winnowing? Winnowing is more effective in moving air. You may have noticed that during storms the wind blows at a very high speed. It may even approach trees and blow off the rooftops. Have you ever played with a Firky
Okay. Thank you.
15.1?
Thank you. So, in this, at the beginning of this chapter, they are trying to introduce us to the air. They are telling that air is an essential
बोलो.
part of our life. We need air to live.
So,
I can see your faces. Can you please turn your mic and camera off. You should know, dear, that this call is being recorded and whatever you are doing is being recorded. So please listen to what we have to say here. Now, coming back to the topic, if we are talking about the air, we all know that air is very important element. Air is very important to us. We have different uses of air. It would be difficult for us to live without air. And as we know, we cannot see air, but we can definitely feel air. So if you see that, if you have seen that the wind blows and it takes away the clothes that are drying, it helps in moving the dust starts blowing when the wind is very powerful. Apart from that, there are many other things by which or methods by which we can see the effects of air. We all know that we cannot see air, but we can see the effects of air. So we all know how important air is.
સર
Now,
સ્ક્રીન ચાલુ
yes,
કરીને કહું નહીં બધાય
what?
સ્ક્રીન ચાલુ કરીને કહો નહીં.
Why do you want me to turn the screen on? Just listen. Today we have to learn about the chapter air. We are not going to see any video today. So I want all of you to concentrate on textbook, page number 147, chapter number 15. Roll number 38. Qasim Raza. Roll number 38, Qasim Raza. Roll number 3, Ali Abbas.
બોલો
Roll number 3,
મેન્યુ
who is roll number 3? Ali Abbas.
યસ સર
Can you please read?
सर मेरे पास टेक्स्ट बुक नहीं है.
Beta, I have sent the PDF on WhatsApp group. Can you please download?
यस सर
Roll number 31, Mohammad Mehdi.
બોલો સર
Mohammad Mehdi. Mohammad Mehdi, are you present?
સર मैं રીડ કરું મીઠાણા મોહમ્મદ હુસैन.
Wait, Mohammad Hussain, please wait. Roll number 32. I want to see how many of you are present here, right? Only if I can see only few of you. That's the reason why you have given the attendance, but you are not on the call. So I want to check how many of you are present here. Roll number 32.
हेलो सर तुम स्क्रीन चालू करो ने मेरे पास टेक्स्ट बुक नहीं है.
बेटा डाउनलोड कर लो उसको, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे जो है ना वहाँ भेजी है मैंने टेक्स्ट बुक, वहां से डाउनलोड करो. रोल
ओके
नंबर
फोन
42.
कहाँ मिलता है.
रोल नंबर 42, मोहम्मद कासिम. सॉरी, मोहम्मद काजिम.
नहीं आया.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Can you please read page number 146?
Yes.
Sorry, 147, chapter number 15, activity 1.
સર તમારો અવાજ બબે ફેરી આવે. હા સર ઘડીએ સર હેલો
Mohammed
So,
Kazim, can you read page number 147, chapter number 15?
yes, sir.
पर सर घड़ी अपनी आवाज आवे
Move, move it a little back and forth. Observe what happens. Does the firky rotate? What makes a firky rotate? Moving air. Instead, it have you seen a weathercock figure 50.3? It shows the direction in which the air is moving at that place.
No, start from chapter activity first. Let us make a firki of our own.
સર તમે કાકુ બોલો ને તો બધે ફેરી ત્રણ ત્રણ ફેરી અવાજ આવે સર હું રીડ કરું
Tantada, tantada. Tantada.
સર સર હું રીડ કરું હેલો સર
Okay, I'll read all of you. Listen very carefully. Activity 1. Let us make a firki of our own following the instructions given in 12:15.2. Instead of following the instructions, you can watch a YouTube video from where you will get the instructions how to make a firki. Now, firki is again an example. What? Firki is an example as a toy for children to play, and it shows the movement of air. Now hold the stick of the firki and place it in different direction in an open area. Move it a little back and forth. Observe what happens when the firki rotates. What makes a firki rotates? It's a moving air. Now instead of firki, we can use kites also. You have recently flown kites. पतंग चगाई भी इसने बताया. So you know very well that if
યસ
it is the moving air which allows
Sir,
the wind to, sorry, it's the moving air which allows the kite to fly. Now, this are all these activities shows that moving air is everywhere. Air is everywhere, and we can feel it by evaporation. When evaporation happens, it is air due to which evaporation happens. Now, moving on to the second topic, is air present everywhere around us? Let's find out if air is present everywhere around us or not. Roll number
સર
7.
રીડ કરું
Roll number 7. Zaygam. Zaygam Raza.
yes, sir.
Can you please read? Page number 147, chapter number 15. Is air present everywhere around us? 15.1 topic.
सर जगम निकल लेफ्ट हो चुका है
Beta, I want to see how many of you are answering my question, because online class does not mean you come and give attendance and then leave. It means you have to be present. आप लोग क्लास में आए, अटेंडेंस दी और फिर चले गए. दिस इज नॉट फेयर. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि ऑनलाइन क्लास में आपकी अटेंडेंस लग जाएगी. जब आपसे बीच में पूछा जाता है तो आपको उसका जवाब भी देना है. मैं जो रोल नंबर्स बोल रहा हूँ, ये वो रोल नंबर्स है जिन्होंने अपनी अटेंडेंस दी है, लेकिन जब इनसे पूछा जाता है तो कोई रिप्लाई नहीं आता. इट मीन्स दे हैव लेफ्ट. सो मैं इन लोगों के अटेंडेंस को नोट करके रखा हुआ हूँ कि कौन रोज रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहे हैं. रोल नंबर 7, रोल नंबर 19,
Yes, sir.
Mehdi Raza.
Yes, sir.
Can you please read?
Sir, activity 2.
Yes, activity 2.
Activity 2. Take an empty open bottle. Is it really empty or does it have something inside? Turn it upside down. Is something inside it now? Now, Fig 15.4. Experiments with an empty bottle. Now dip the open mouth into the bucket filled with water as shown in Fig 15.4. Absorb Absorb the bottle. Does water enter the bottle? Now tilt the bottle slightly. Does the water now enter the bottle? Do you see bubbles coming out of the bottle or hear any bubbly sound? Can you now guesses what was in the bottle? Yes, you are right. It is air that was present in the bottle. The bottle was not empty at all. In fact, it was filled completely with air. Even when you turn it upside down. What that is why you notice that water does not enter the bottle when it is pushed in is an inverted position as there was no space for air to escape. When the bottle was tilted, the air was able to come out in the form of bubbles and water filled up the empty space that the air occupies occupied. This activity shows that air occupies space. It fills all the space in the bottle. It is present everywhere around us. Air has no color. One can see through it. It is transparent. Our Earth is surrounded by air. This layer extends up to many face of the Earth and is called atmosphere. Atmosphere, the air gets raised.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, beta. Thank you. Now, in this activity or in this topic, the question was asked: is air everywhere around us? We did an activity. How we can observe whether air is everywhere? We took an empty bottle, which looks like an empty bottle, and we put that empty bottle inside a bucket filled with water, with its mouth first, which is opening first, and then we tilted it thodik aadi kari. We see that a lot of air comes out from this, and it means that a bottle was not empty, it was filled with air. So wherever, we all know that we need air in order to live. So if you want to find out where all air is, you can go every place where you find, where you can breathe, it means air is present there also. Now, the question arises, if we take a dip inside the water, if we jump into a water, is air there also? The answer is no. Air is not inside the water, but yes, there are some parts of, there is a some part of air which is dissolved. We call it dissolved water, dissolved inside the water, which is used by fishes in order to breathe. Even fish also needs water, sorry, air or oxygen in order to live. So air is everywhere. around the atmosphere. The air surrounding us on the earth, we call it atmosphere. Now, as we move up, we go on a height, like if we climb a mountain, air starts thinning. Maximum density of air or the maximum quantity of air is below surface, near us, where we are using air. And as we move higher, air thins. The quantity of air decreases. So that is the reason why if we go higher, we have to wear a mask or an oxygen cylinder if we are trying to climb a mountain. Now, I hope you all know that air surrounding Earth is called our atmosphere. So if someone asks you what is atmosphere, you can say that air surrounding Earth is called our atmosphere. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Now, moving on to the next part of this, what is air made up of? The next question that arises is, what is air made up of? We all know that we cannot see air, but yes, we can feel the presence of air. Now, the next question is, if we cannot see it, how do we find what is all air made up of? So, where air is made up of many things, it is not only a single unit. Air is made up of air has vapors, air has oxygen, nitrogen, some gases, dust particles, smoke. All this forms a mixture of air. So you cannot say that air is made up of only oxygen or only nitrogen or only dust particles or only smoke or only water vapors. No, it's actually a mixture of all these things, and all these things are is invisible or it's transparent. We cannot see it. We can directly, if we look at it, if we look upstairs, sorry, if we look towards the sky, we cannot see air. It means it's a transparent. Roll number 13. Who is roll number 13? Muntazir. Muntazir,
Yes, sir.
can you please read from page number 148, topic 15.2? What is air made up of?
Yes. What is air made up of? Until the 18th century, people thought that air was just one substance. Experiment have provide that it is
Rude cat, beta. Rude cat.
really is not so. Area in area
Air.
is
Air
area
is
is
air.
air is a mixture of many gases. What kind of a mixture it is? Let us find out about some of the com- major components of this mixture one by one. Water
Okay.
vapor.
Uh,
We
read,
have
read.
we we have learned earlier that air contains water vapor. We also saw that when air comes in contact with a cool surface, it condenses and drops of water vapor on the cooled surface. The princess of water vapor is air is important for the water cycle in nature. Oxygen activity. In the presence of your teacher, keeps two small candles on the sun lamp on a table light. Both the candles cover one of the candles with an inverted glass tumble. Observe what both the candles take. Carefully, do both the candles continue to burn or go off? You must have observed that the candle covered
with glass tumble got extruded after some time where the other candles continued burning. What can be the reason for this? Think about it. It seems that the candles got
Extinguished.
extinguished extinguished because the component inside of the glass tumble which supports burning is limited. Most of the component is used up by the burning candles. Whenever the other candle is getting continued supply of air, these components of air which components burning is known as oxygen.
Okay, thank you. Now, earlier in the history, it was thought that air is made up of only one thing. But after many experiments by the scientists and researchers, we found that air is not made up of only one component. Air is a mixture of many of these components. So, one by one, with the help of experiments, we found out that air is a mixture of vapor, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, dust particles, and all other things. There are many other gases in small quantity also, which is present in air. Now, how do we find out that air is made up of water vapor? The first way of finding out whether there is a water vapor in the atmosphere or not, we did activity in the last chapter. If you remember, if we take a glass of water and put ice in it, the outer surface of the glass has small droplets on it. This shows that it has a vapor. Atmosphere has a vapor which gets attracted towards the which converts into small water droplets and stick around the glass. So this activity shows that air, we call it air also, air has water vapor in it. The second experiment that we did in order to find what other components we have, the second activity was about finding oxygen. We all know we cannot live without oxygen. We need to breathe. We inhale oxygen and we exhale carbon dioxide. So obviously, this they have shown an experiment of candle, but if we hold our breath, or if we go in deep inside the water, if we put our head inside the water, we cannot breathe. It means we need oxygen. Now, if we are outside the water, we can easily breathe. This shows that atmosphere has oxygen also. Apart from that, the candle activity that they have done, what they did was they took a glass and a candle, and they use that glass to cover the candle. Now, once the candle is covered, it stops burning. This means burning, whatever the burning process, if there is oxygen, it burns, but if there is no oxygen, it does not burn. So this shows that there is an oxygen in atmosphere also. There are many other activities by which we can find out whether oxygen is present in atmosphere or not. So these are some of the activities that we did that we have seen here. Now next, roll number 24,
Yes, sir.
Muhammad Ghazi.
हाँ,
Please read.
बुक ही नहीं है मेरे पास.
बेटा मैंने आपसे कहा कि आप डाउनलोड कर लो बुक, आपने डाउनलोड नहीं करी अभी.
ऑनलाइन चालू है ना तुम्हारा?
मेरा ऑनलाइन चालू होने से कुछ नहीं होगा बेटा. आपको व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे मैंने बुक भेजी है. कैन यू प्लीज डाउनलोड दैट बुक?
डाउनलोड तो है.
देन ओपन दैट बुक.
ओके, रीड कर रहा हूँ सर. 2 मिनट रुको.
रोल नंबर 37,
Yes.
मुंतजिर. Roll number 37, can you please read page number 149, nitrogen section?
सर वो बुक लेने गया, अभी आ रहा है।
ठीक है। We will wait for roll number 37, Muntazir. In the meantime, roll number 22, Mohammed Javed. On Mohammed, sorry.
onu तुझे देते
On Mohammed.
सर मैं रीड करूँ 21 रोल नंबर?
बेटा प्लीज वेट, आपका भी टर्न आएगा। मुझे खाली ये देखना है कि कौन कौन खाली बैठे हुए हैं और रिप्लाई नहीं कर रहे हैं। सो आप इंतजार करिए, आपका नंबर आएगा। रोल नंबर 22, ऑन
हेलो सर।
मोहम्मद।
हेलो सर।
यस।
सर मैं 18 रोल नंबर हूँ, पर मैं अभी नहीं ज्वाइंट हुआ था ना, एब्सेंट था ना, इसलिए मेरा रोल नंबर नहीं आया। मैं रीड करूँ?
क्या रोल नंबर है आपका बेटा?
18।
तो आपने लिखा क्यों नहीं है रोल नंबर 18 उसमें?
सर भूल गया, अभी मेरा नोट ठीक से नहीं चल रहा है इसलिए सर।
ओके। रोल नंबर 5,
5 से
रोल नंबर 5,
अच्छा
रोल नंबर 10, तौफीक हुसैन।
अच्छा
ओके, यू हैव a speaker issue, no problem. Roll number 33, मोहम्मद जवाद। रोल नंबर 40, मुंतजिर अब्बास। ओके, रोल नंबर 30, अली अब्बास।
कोई जवाब नहीं देगा
नो प्रॉब्लम। अगर आप लोग जवाब नहीं दोगे तो मैं आपका रोल नंबर साइड में लिख लेता हूँ, और नोट करके कि ये लोग जवाब नहीं देते हैं, ये क्लास में होते नहीं है शायद। ये दे गिव योर अटेंडेंस एंड देन दे लीव।
मैं मैं तो जवाब दे रहा हूँ ना
रोल नंबर 21,
सर
यस
मोहम्मद
सर।
हुसैन। बेटा रीड करो आप,
यस
नाइट्रोजन
सर।
सेक्शन।
ओके सर।
सर मैं करूँ भी
Nitrogen in activity 3. Did you observe that air is still present in the glass bottle even after the candle blew out? This indicates the presence of some component in the air which does not support burning. The major part of air which does not support burning candle is nitrogen. Carbon dioxide in a closed room. If there is some material that is burning, you may have felt suffocation. This is due
Suffocation.
to excess suffocation. This is due to excess of carbon dioxide that may be accumulating in the room as the burning continues. Carbon dioxide makes up a small component of the air around us. Plants and animals consume oxygen for respiration and produce carbon dioxide. Plant and animal matter also consumes oxygen on burning and produce mainly carbon dioxide and few other gases. It is advisable not to burn dry leaves and discarded remains of the crop, which pollute our surroundings. Dust and smoke. The burning of fuel also produce smoke. Smoke contains a few gases
and fine dust particle and is often harmful. That is why you see long chimneys in factories. These tax the harmful smoke and gases away from our noses, but brings it closer to the birds flying up in the sky. Dust particles are also present in air. Activity
Always
4.
present in
Find
air.
the
Thank you, beta. Thank you. Now, what he read was about nitrogen. How do we find that there is a nitrogen also present in our atmosphere? Now, nitrogen gas has a property of non-combustion. Non-combustion means it does not allow burning to happen. It does not allow burning gases. Oxygen supports burning, nitrogen does not support burning. So in the activity that we did, when a candle candle got exhausted, when you put the glass on it, Muhammad Ghazi, can you please stop doing all this activity? मोहम्मद गाजी, आपकी सारी एक हरकतें जो हैं यहाँ रिकॉर्ड हो रही हैं. स्क्रीन शेयर करना, कैमरा ऑन करना.
તું બધા ની આલે મારો નથી
Turn off your microphone, please. Now, if you look at this activity that we did about the uh, candle, when candle was on top of a candle, when we placed a glass, the air inside the glass, oxygen was used to burn the candle, but afterwards, once the oxygen was exhausted, there was only nitrogen left, and it helped to exhaust the candle. This shows that nitrogen is also present in our atmosphere. And to our surprise, most of the atmosphere, most of the atmosphere consists of nitrogen. The maximum gas that is present in our atmosphere is nitrogen. Apart from that, nitrogen is not a reactive gas. If you can see the bubbles, sorry, the wrappers, I'm sorry, not the wrappers, but the food packets like Bablu, Kurkure, and all this, there is a gas inside it, and that gas is a nitrogen gas. It is a non reactive also, it does not allow the food to spoil quickly. So, nitrogen plays a very important role in our atmosphere. And apart from nitrogen, there is also carbon dioxide that is present. Now, when you burn something, a black color smoke comes out of that burning. That black color smoke is an example of carbon dioxide. We human beings and plant animals also, when we inhale oxygen, but when we exhale, it means जब हम सांस छोड़ते हैं तो हमारे मुंह में से और बॉडी में से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड और वाटर वेपर्स निकलते हैं. Now plants needs carbon dioxide, and animals needs or human beings need oxygen. So carbon dioxide is again an example that is present in our atmosphere. And the last thing is dust and smoke. When if you are close to a factory or on a highway, you can see that there is a lot of dust that is suspended. The particles of the dust are suspended in the atmosphere, and it goes inside our nose also. Sometimes feel burning sensation in our nose. That is an example of dust and smoke. So dust and smoke is always present here in the atmosphere. So all of you, wrapping up the chapter, today's topic, if we look, what we learned was about the importance of air. Air is around us everywhere. And the next question that arose was, what is air made up of? We all know, by activity, we also saw that air is made up of carbon dioxide, oxygen, water vapor, dust and smoke.
दूसरा क्लास आ गया.
Okay. So all these things are consist of air, is present in air. Now today we will stop here, all of you. In the next lecture, we are going to move forward with an activity 4. So remember, you have to watch a video or try to find out what all other gases are present in the atmosphere. That's all for today. Now you can leave, all of you. Thank you. Khuda Hafiz. Now you can leave. Mohammed Ghazi, can you please stop doing it and close your screen? Khuda Hafiz, everyone.
Bye, sir. Hello.